Welcome back to America's Retirement Headquarters, home of the Retirement Guys Formula and America's Medicare Associates with Nolan Baker. The number is 419-794-3030. If you have questions about things we talked about this week on the show, or you just want to know more about the team, you can also go to the website arhq.com. As if there weren't enough streaming options out there, some of the biggest names in sports broadcasting, they're joining together to launch a new sports streaming platform. ESPN, Fox, Warner Brothers, Discovery. They say the new service, name and price still to be determined, will carry games from the NFL, MLB, NHL, NBA, and college sports, which sounds convenient, but let's be honest, no one watches everything for the most part. There are going to be options on the channels that some fans aren't going to find useful or really cater to their interest, which let's turn the conversation towards 401ks, which typically offer limited investment choices versus an IRA. Would somebody be better suited to having more control over where their money actually goes?
Yeah, when you're looking at it, is it better to have a 401k or IRA or both? There's pros and cons, quite frankly, to anything that you do. First of all, when you look at it, you want to know what your options are. So as you pointed out, some of the 401k options are a little more limited. You can elect to keep your money in the 401k where it's at. If you leave that employment, you could choose to also cash it out. Cashing it out usually is something I typically recommend people don't do because not only would it be fully taxable, then you don't have your retirement dollars anymore. You can roll it over to a new 401k. So if you're going to go get a job at another company, you can transfer your old to your new 401k, or you could roll it over to an IRA, which is an individual retirement account. So within an individual retirement account, then you become the owner of the account. And as the owner of the account, you're going to have a lot more control over what your investment choices are. Really, it becomes kind of the sky's the limits. When you're looking at your 401k, you want to know what are the fees in my 401k. Mm-hmm. So you want to ask about investment expense ratios, maybe plan provider fees, administrative fees, or any other miscellaneous fees. A lot of the times, people don't necessarily see their fees in their 401k, so it does take a little bit of investigative work inside of the plan to figure out what those are. If you're not sure what you're paying, let us know. We can help you kind of navigate that environment. Find out if there's any fees if you do a rollover. Now, most places really typically don't charge fees. Sometimes companies charge $25 or $50 ultimately when you do a rollover, but it is good information to know. You also have the ability in an IRA to do a Roth conversion. So the IRS doesn't allow you to convert your pre-tax dollars to after-tax Roth contributions, but inside of an IRA, you have the ability where you could do some of those conversions. And people are oftentimes confused and they think that there's a limitation. There's typically no type of limitation to the dollar amount. Now, keep in mind, though, when you do a Roth conversion, that's going to be taxable when you do it in that year. You're going to pay taxes on the money that you converted over. What are the advantages of doing a rollover? There should be a good conversation that's going on about kind of, again, the pros and cons of why you want to do a rollover. Some financial products in an IRA are more expensive than what you would pay in a 401k. And cost is an important factor when you're looking at it. Cost isn't the only determination to decide what could be in your best interest, but you need to make sure if it's going to cost more, then what value are you getting more in return from that? I mean, it could be some professional advice. You could be getting income benefits. There could be things that are built inside of there, but you do want to know what you're paying for inside of that. In a 401k, there's usually some type of company match. So if the company is willing to put contributions in, like if you put in 3%, they'll put in 3%. So anytime you can get a company match, it's going to be a good idea to get a company match. Mm-hmm. Over and above that, you may have better options and choices when it comes to an IRA. So if you have an old 401k, or here's another little known tip and secret that most people don't know, even if you're working and you're over the age 59 and a half, even if you haven't separated service from employment, you very well possibly may be able to take your money in your 401k today, even while you're working, if you're over 59 and a half, move it to a self-directed IRA and get a plan that's much more customized to what you're trying to accomplish. So if you're not sure and you don't know what to do, give our office a call. We'll be happy to help.
And that number is 419-794-3030. Again, 419-794-3030. Or you can go to the website as well, and that is arhq.com.